But really what is going to cement you in the minds of your target audience as that expert in your niche is by proving that you really can help people. In today's video, I'm talking all about how you can position yourself as an expert on Instagram. And I think a lot of these tips will be suitable for other social media platforms as well. But since Instagram is my jam, Instagram is what I am focusing on. The beauty of positioning yourself and then becoming that industry expert that you are is that when you reach that level, you will start to experience word of mouth marketing. You will build enough of a reputation so that people do the hard work of marketing for you. They will refer you to their friends, they will rave about you, and that beautiful word of mouth marketing will help grow your business on autopilot without you doing very much beyond showing up, as you already are. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the tips. So the first thing to do is to do a little bit of competitive analysis. If you want to be known as the expert in your field, then you are going to have to be showing up, if not as good as, then better than the competition. There is no room for mediocrity. So see what types of content your competitors are sharing, see the formats they're using, see the ways they are showing up on Instagram, and then think about how you can raise the bar with your unique content and approach. The second thing is to really get clear on your niche. Niche down as much as you can. Reason being is that the niche you are, the more likely you will be able to really own that niche. The broader niches are already taken and they already have really good spokespeople and experts in those respective fields. So don't try to become an expert in fashion photography because, as I said, there are already enough experts in fashion photography out there. But think about how you can niche down further. You could well be the expert in sustainable fashion photography. That is a niche that is much less crowded, much less popular, and is going to give you a better chance of showing up as the leading industry expert in that niche. The next tip to being able to position yourself as an expert in your field might sound a bit obvious, but it really is knowing who your target audience is inside and out. The better you know them, the better you know exactly what it is that they're struggling with and how you can solve that struggle, the better your messaging will be, the better your content will be, and the more likely your target audience will be to turn to you over other people in your niche or industry. Remember, positioning yourself as the expert really just means being that go-to person that can answer your target audience's struggle the best. You give the best advice, the best value, you help them to be better in whatever way it is that you help people, whether it's making them happier, richer, have more time, more freedom, cook better, draw better, live better, whatever it is, it's that you are the person who inspires them to do that and also gives them the tools to be able to do that as well. So really know your target audience inside and out. Figure out where it is they're struggling. And then, as I said, create content around that. Start to solve their struggles for them and they will start to turn to you as that go-to person. Now, one of the key things that any leading expert in their field does is they create content consistently. Content is the best way to demonstrate your expertise on a platform like Instagram. So create content, create it well, and share it consistently. That doesn't mean you have to post every single day, but it does mean posting consistently. If you're a coach or an educator, knowing off the top of your head the types of content that will be valuable to your target audience on Instagram might seem more obvious to you because it's part of your daily job anyway. You are coaching people, you are providing them value, you are providing them help. But even if you're a photographer, a creative, a creator, anything creative at all, where perhaps so far you've been using Instagram more as a place to house your portfolio, as somewhere to show off what you can do. Think about the ways that you can entertain, educate, and inspire your audience beyond just showing content around what you can do. The more you provide your target audience value and improve their lives in some small way, the sooner they will start to think of you as the expert in your niche. Now, you might hate me for saying this, but I have to say it here on video. I'm going to tell you to get on video. Look around at the industry leaders in their space. Gary Vaynerchuk and social media, Jenna Kutcher, online courses, Sunny Lenarduzzi for YouTube. They are all on video a lot. Video is the single best way to position yourself as the expert in your industry, in your niche, and to start really building those relationships with your target audience that will prove to them that you are the go-to expert in your field. Yes, you can do a lot with just your Instagram content and the static imagery that you share, but if you really want to be known as the expert in your niche or industry, you're going to have to get on video. You're going to have to get comfortable with showing up and talking about what it is you do and how it is that you help your target audience on camera. It will be uncomfortable at first. It takes practice, but the more you do it, the easier it will get. Next thing I'm going to talk about is sharing your results, sharing your glowing testimonials and the results that you help your target audience achieve. At every opportunity, share these results. If you're just starting out, these results might be the results that you have achieved using whatever methodology or whatever process it is that you are now going to try and help others with. But if you've already started working with customers and clients, then talk about the results that they're achieving at every opportunity. Make sure you're following up with past customers or clients. Write the testimonials for them and get their approval, because you want as many glowing reviews and testimonials as you can get. These will really position you as the trustworthy expert in your industry that really puts his or her money where his mouth is, because you can start providing value and expertise and helpful content, which is a huge tick in the box for positioning yourself as that expert. But really what is going to cement you in the minds of your target audience as that expert in your niche is by proving that you really can help people, by having others sing your praises from the rooftops, by talking about how amazing you are and how you've helped them achieve results as well. The final thing I have to say about positioning yourself as an expert in your niche is repetition is mastery. Prepare to be a bit rubbish in the beginning. Just accept that your first few videos, your first few Instagram posts, your first few emails, whatever it is that you're starting to do to really position yourself as the expert, just accept that it will be a bit rubbish, it will be a bit ropey, and that's okay, because with every piece of content you create, you're going to get better and better and better. You're going to improve on the last piece of content you made, but you just have to start. And then with every piece of content you make, analyze it. See what worked, see what didn't, see what is resonating more with your target audience, and then do more of that and do less of the stuff that didn't do so well. Get on video and just power through the discomfort. The more you show up on video, the easier it gets, I promise you. I hated the first few videos I made for YouTube, and if you had have told me then that it would feel so much easier just showing up on camera a few months down the line, I wouldn't have believed you, because it made me feel so uncomfortable. But it's true, the more you do it, the easier it will get. And by you feeling more comfortable and just by showing up again and again, whether on video or whether with the content you create, it will start to really reflect through your content, and your target audience will start to feel that comfort and that confidence that you're feeling. And that is what an industry expert has and is and makes people feel. They make them feel empowered and confident and comfortable, and that will translate through your content. So that's why it's really important just to start and just to keep going. And the more that you talk about what it is that you do, the easier it will get to talk about what you do, and the more knowledgeable you will become about what it is that you do. It's true what they say, that just by talking again and again about what it is that you do and how you help people, it helps your brain figure out how to talk about what it is that you do. When we don't show up, when we don't create content about it, it doesn't mean we don't know what we're talking about, because we do, because it's all up here. But actually getting it out of your brain and translating it and talking about it to your target audience is a very different thing. And the more you do it, the more streamlined it will become, the more confident you will become, and you'll figure out exactly what it is that you do and how you do it and how you transform people's lives just by showing up and talking about it again and again and creating content around it. So there you have it. 7 tips to help you start becoming that expert in your niche that you are and that you are destined to become. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, guys. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe and bell button so you never miss a new video when it goes live every single Friday at 5 p.m. I have dropped a bunch of free resources in the description box below. So if you liked this video, there's a ton more in the description box below, all about Instagram marketing. I've also got a link there to my free 4-day email challenge. If your Instagram strategy needs a bit of a kick up the butt. If you're brand new, if you're 4 years down the line on Instagram and you just need a shake up with your strategy, check that out. I will see you next week for a brand new video, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.